Love and respect for all. Dear friends, we have a very inspiring incident narrated in the first reading of today, taken from the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verses 25 to 29. We are told that God took some of the spirit that was on Moses and put it on 70 elders that were in the tent. They began to manifest the power of the Spirit by prophesying. Spirit, of course, cannot be divided into pieces, portion by portion. The same Spirit was shared by all. Hence, they felt deep oneness with God, with Moses, and with each other. But Joshua complained to Moses, saying that two elders who were not in the tent with Moses were also prophesying in the camp outside. Joshua asked Moses to tell them to stop doing so, since they do not belong to their group. But Moses was not motivated by groupism and party spirit. His vision was broader. He wished that all would prophesy and glorify God everywhere. He was able to see beyond the narrow boundaries of us and them. Something similar is reported in today's Gospel, taken from Mark chapter 9, verses 38 to 43. John tells Jesus, "Teacher, we saw someone casting out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him because he was not following us." But Jesus replied, "Do not stop him." Like Moses, Jesus too saw beyond the boundaries of us and them. Jesus concentrated his attention on the power of God at work among the people to heal and to save. Like the disciples of Jesus, we too are often inhibiting the great work of the Spirit by our narrow domestic walls. Rabindranath Tagore, an Indian poet, spoke about it. The phrase narrow domestic walls comes from his poem Where the Mind is Without Fear. In this context, the phrase symbolizes the limitations and boundaries that confine human potential and freedom, particularly the barriers created by nationalism, social divisions, and narrow-mindedness. Tagore envisioned a world where individuals could transcend these barriers, promoting unity, understanding, and compassion among all people, regardless of their backgrounds. Pope Francis was following the footsteps of the Master when he made a statement in Singapore recently while addressing an interreligious gathering of young people during the final phase of his apostolic visit to Asian countries. He said, "All religions are different paths that lead to God. They are sort of different languages to arrive at God. God is God for all. And if God is God for all, then we are all sons and daughters of God. But my God is more important than your God? Is that true? There is only one God, and each of us has a language, so to speak, to arrive at God. Sikh, Muslim, Hindu, and Christian, they are different paths. Pope has not said anything new. Pope was only rephrasing the teachings of Vatican II, which took place between 1962 and 1965. He was only deepening the teaching of Paul the Apostle. Christ is all and in all. Colossians chapter 3 verse 11. May the Spirit of God open our eyes to see the Lord who lives beyond the narrow domestic walls. God bless us all.